Attention, this video contains footage from emulators. Please take into account that emulation for old games, especially ones that aren't even marketed anymore, is not illegal. Thank you. Needing no introduction, Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the most iconic titular video game characters of all time. We all clearly know who he is and what he's about. He's a super self-aware social media boomer who's straight up addicted to chili dogs, constantly references memes, breaks the fourth wall, and of course quips non-stop. Oh wait, wrong character. He's a cool, acrobatic, freedom and adventure-loving hedgehog who's always up for the fight and mostly about living life to the fullest, with a few breathers here and there. And of course, it makes sense for the Blue Blur to be one of the first ever third-party inclusions in Smash Brawl. Yes, there were evident problems here and there, like the game's delay, and Sakurai not having much room for inspiration, but luckily Smash 4 was there to... Okay, it's the same, and the only new stuff are the Tails and Knuckles costumes and Windy Valley from Lost World as a second stage. At least Ultimate did him some justice. Are you for real? Yeah, it's no question Sonic's reppin' for an Ultimate sucks ass. That's exactly what we're here today. So sit back and relax, cause this is Fixing Sonic's Representation in Smash. Now, a good Smash moveset should tell us who the character is and what they're about. Take Fox for example. He's fast, cocky, a bit aggressive, but ultimately collective and always knows when to balance himself in battle, showing exactly why he's the leader of Star Fox. And if we're talking about someone whose moves actually come from the games, we have the villain representative for the DK series, King K. Rool. He can throw his crown like a boomerang, shoot his cannonballs, propel himself with a helipack, and even has Clump Sumo ability. Sonic? He spins. He uses the spring. And awkwardly attempts Taekwondo just like in Sonic the Fighters, I guess. See what I mean? That's why today I'm gonna do my best to plan out a more fitting moveset. Maybe even give him an Echo Fighter, bring him a much better idea for a second stage, and so on and so forth. With all that said, let's get started. Let's start with the gimmicks. Sonic's movability needs to be momentum based, meaning Sonic's speed will be depending on how long he maintains his running speed. If he stops, not only will he slip a little, but he'll lose all the gain acceleration just like in the older games. Also, he'll be able to look up. Why does Steve have this and not Sonic? I don't know. If the player leaves Sonic just standing there, he'll get progressively tired, going from staring at his wrist to laying down out of boredom. Both his aerial dodges are his mid-air tricks from Advance 2 and 3, and finishing off the gimmicks, Sonic will be able to collect rings by using a move I'll show you later, and he'll lose 1 to 5 rings every time he receives legit damage. If Sonic collects over 49 rings, he'll be able to transform into Super Sonic, which will double his strength, speed, and resistance. Of course, like in the games, if Sonic runs out of rings, he'll go back to normal. Now for the moves, Sonic's new jab will be the triple hit combo from Battle, dash attack will be the spin attack, a move he's had since the very first game, side tilt will be the fiery burst attack he uses when teamed up with Cream in Sonic Advance 3, up tilt is the mid-air spin he can do when teamed up with Amy, down tilt is the somersault, more specifically the one he uses when teamed up with Knuckles, more visually resemble the flame bracelet from Adventure 2. Forward smash is the super peel out from Sonic CD, followed by the headbutt, referencing his fight with Hyper Metal Sonic in the OVA. Up smash is the updraft from Battle, down smash is the flare also from Battle. Neutral air is the underrated Insta Shield, forward air is the Sonic Eagle from Battle, back air is the Sonic Windmill once again from Battle, up air is the upwards burst attack from when teamed up with Knuckles in Advance 3, down air is the Sonic Rocket, and when Sonic lands a hit with this attack, he'll shortly bounce into the air, similar to Simon and Richter. Grab will have him spawn his personalized chow to grab and pummel the opponent. Forward throw lets Sonic grab and walk around the opponent to toss them in any direction, similar to Donkey Kong. Back air has him make the opponent foolishly look behind him so he can quickly place the Sonic Cracker from battle, right behind them. Up throw has Sonic use the blue tornado from Heroes. And finally, down throw has Sonic use his own Pico Pico hammer to squash the opponents and even burying them to the ground. Now for my favorite part, the specials. Neutral B is the spin jump, which can be followed by the drop dash if maintained. Side B is also the spin jump, but it can be followed by the ever iconic homing attack. Unlike the one that's already in Smash, Sonic will be able to do it consecutively and even doing air tricks. But just like in the games, you better be careful aiming or you'll leave Sonic vulnerable. Up B is the Lightspeed Dash, which has Sonic throwing a row from 1 to 10 rings so they'll guide him to a certain direction, similar to Pac-Man's Side B. But if Sonic is in a super form, he'll instead quickly burst upwards, or mechanically similar to Fox. Down B is of course the Spin Dash, but if you maintain for enough amount of time, Sonic will be ready to perform the Lightspeed attack, which lets him telegraphically attack any nearby opponents. And if you press down B in the air, he instead performs the bound jump. Once you use this move, Sonic will be locked onto it until you let go of the button, though be careful using this off stage. For his default final smash, Sonic performs the Sonic Wind, a move he can use in the Sonic Adventure 2 multiplayer. His final smash as Super Sonic has him quickly fly around in circles, and once he's done, he levitates right in front of the tornado he just created and flies through with a powerful homing attack. For aesthetics, his colors will be based on the Chaos Emeralds, and thanks to the variety, the colors can also be references to characters in the franchise. Blue for himself, brownish yellow for Tails, red for Knuckles, gray for Silver, green for Jet, purple for Big, cyan for the Chow, and a single alternate costume with him in black fur for Shadow, and wearing the unlockable tech suit from SA2 multiplayer mode. His new intro has him jump out of a warp ring. His up and down taunts can stay the same, while side taunt has him do his iconic lecturing gesture. For his new victory animations, first has him run across the screen and hit an Eggman pose, and changing the image into himself giving a peace sign. Second has him open an Eggman capsule, freeing the innocent critters while making a sick, daring pose. And third has him flying into the frame as Super Sonic, quickly detransforms, and lets the emeralds go as they leave a trail full of flowers. And after appreciating the view, Sonic jumps into the screen congratulating the player, and once the victory frame is over, he blasts off away from the screen. Something he'd definitely do. Now, as for his Echo Fighter, first I had in mind Shadow, Metal Sonic, and Blaze, though for various reasons I decided to go for someone who can actually match Sonic's abilities no problem. And that is Sonic's #1 fangirl, the cheerful, bubbly girl who loves nature and freedom as much as the Blue Blur himself, Amy Rose.
Have no fear! Amy Rose is here!
Now, you might be thinking,
are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind?
and the answer is, yes, a little. But hear me out here. If you played Sonic Adventure 2 multiplayer mode, Heroes Battle, and most importantly the Advanced Trilogy, most of Amy's moves actually match Sonic's. She can even do the spin dash for crying out loud. And with the addition of Sonic Origins Plus around the corner, it should not be that far-fetched. As for her super form, well, she doesn't have any. But I thought of a great solution. If Amy collects 50 plus rings, her Pico Pico hammer will be replaced by the long hammer from SA1. Her attacks will be way stronger and she'll gain more speed and resistance. Amy's default final smash has her create a huge heart tornado which will deal massive damage to the opponent near it. For her final smash with the long hammer, she'll go on a powerful gabble spree. Think the Donkey Kong hammer, but it squashes and buries you. Amy's alternate colors are based on the time stones from Sonic CD. Pink for herself, green for her classic self, yellow for Tails, cyan for the Chow, blue for Sonic, purple for Big, orange for Cream, and red for Gamma. Her intro animation has her landing with a helium balloon. Up taunt has her playing around with her hammer, and side taunt has her make a cheerful pose while sending a kiss to the player, and her down taunt will depend on whether Sonic is on stage or not. If he isn't, she'll go, I wonder where Sonic is. And if he is, she'll go, now this will be my victory, Sonic. First we'll have her levitating with the balloon going, you guys are such losers. Second we'll have her cheering to herself going, alright, and then send a kiss to the screen during the victory frame. And third animation will have Sonic enjoying the view until Amy comes in and hugs him. She might be a strong fighter of her own, but you gotta admire her undying crush on the Blue Blur. Something you might notice is that there are now 2 hero representatives from the Sonic series. Where's the villain representative? Well, it's surprisingly pretty easy. It's the man of many names, the dictator wannabe with a scary IQ of 300, Ivo Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman.
Citizens of Earth, lend me your ears and listen to me very carefully. My name is Dr. Eggman, the world's greatest scientist, and soon to be the world's greatest ruler.
Since Eggman has a lot of appearances as a boss battle, practically all of his moves are pretty much no-brainers. I recommend both of these videos to have a pretty good idea of what his moveset could be. Although I'd most preferably give him the Egg Walker 2 from SA2. And with that said, for the heck of it, I'll give my own ideas for the specials. Neutropy is his homing laser from SA2. Whoever Eggman locks the laser at, he'll shoot a homing projectile at them. Though just like in SA2, if you aim the laser for too long, it'll vanish. Side B has Eggman turn his walker into the Egg Drillster from the first boss fight from Sonic 2. And just like that battle, if Eggman receives too much damage, the drill will fly straight away. Up B is the Egg Press from Sonic Advance. It will work similar to King Dedede's up B, just that it'll be stronger but Eggman won't be able to cancel it. So I'd advise you to not use this move off stage. Down B will have Eggman summon his infamous Batniks. He'll be able to summon 5 out of 8 robot series at a time. These series are Motobug from Sonic 1, Boss Bomber from Sonic 2, Sasori from Naruto, Sonic CD, Rhinobot from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Coconuts from SA1, a Gamma Clone from SA2, an Eggplant from Heroes, and finally an Egg Fighter from Unleashed. So as you could deduce, it'll be similar to Bowser Jr. but with more designs. A gimmick idea Brawl Fan 1 gave me is that if Eggman's vehicle takes too much damage, it will get dismantled, leaving Eggman completely vulnerable with no other attack method other than his bare hands and feet and a hand blaster. The same he used when he held Amy hostage in SA2. Eggman's final smash will have him summon the Death Egg Robot, which will be a mix between its model from Sonic 2 and Kyodai from Sonic and Knuckles. Similar to how it looked in the live-action Sonic movie sequel. It'll shoot retractable claws, walk back and forth, shoot tiny rockets from its back engine, shoot flames out of its nose, you name it. Except of course Kyodai's giant chest beam, since Eggman would need the Master Emerald for that, and heaven knows Knuckles would not take that lightly for the world. Eggman's alts will be red and gray for himself, blue and yellow for Metal Sonic, yellow, blue, purple, and black for the A-series robots, white and brown for Gerald Robotnik, and pink and green for his early design. Pretty crazy to think that Eggman and Mighty are technically older than Sonic himself. This intro has one of his teleporters from Advanced 3 bringing him on stage. Uptaunt has him stand up in his cockpit going, "It's no use, give up." Side taunt has him aim his blaster going, "Get a load of this." And down taunt has him creepily giggling at the camera. First victory animation has him jumping around it with his walker going, "Now you know why I am the best." Second victory animation has him get down the walker and spinning Sonic's peace sign pose back to its literal oppressive image. His third victory animation has him juggling all 7 Chaos Emeralds going, "Try again," meaning he has now the power to take over the world. Great job, hero. Well, that was it for today. I'm trying to do the same thing as the Dexys show, like how he divided his ideas to fix Kirby and Smash into 3 videos, so next time I'm gonna talk about the stages, soundtrack, etc. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay faithful and hopeful.